Echo Art with Carmella-T. I am really excited to be here. You know, last Sunday I didn't feel well at all, and all week I've been um, it, apparently, like, you know, recuperating from an old aged back. Okay, so I am today. I'm very happy because I'm able to take one Advil. And FYI, just because I didn't know this, that the liquid Advils are quick acting, quicker than ibuprofens, but they're taking at least some effect now, a week later. So it's been a tough week, and I thank you for being there with me and for me, and supporting me, and emailing me, and sharing things with me on your art world, because that's what we're here for, to encourage each other, inspire each other, keep each other going on, really with the mindset of creating with recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. So you hear music on, and I'm going to move this in a minute, but I want to share a couple things with you. I'm going to get up in a minute. It might be a task, but anyway. But I'm going to get up and get the mandala, one of my mandala crochet blankets that I was making about little over 5 years ago and selling on Macari. So I want to start making those again. And I want to share with you too, I'm going to turn this down a bit. When I was making, so something I've always wanted to do, in addition to create with recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies, is to focus heavily on organics. And I love them. Like, this is an Angora sweater. This actually was my mom's. This is very old. I'm going to tell you, it's about 35 years old. This is old. And it's kept up very well. So, and it's a little oversized, which I totally love. So, and it's super warm. So I was contemplating about getting an Angora, giant Angora rabbit. And I'm still contemplating about that, because what you can do is you can spin that wool. But with research, I have discovered you have to have sheep's wool to mix with it to needle felt it. So you can't simply needle felt it. It's not, the fiber hooks are not like they are in the sheep's wool. So now, so the Chakra Mandala blanket, I have a red, yellow, and I have red, orange, and yellow of the Chakra colors for the yarns. They're acrylics. So I have those, and I am going to, we're going to also do a chakra wreath, and I'm hoping later today. Now, I have to go through a bin, and I'm going to be honest, I know I have green, and I have the light blue, and I think I have enough reds, so I got to go through there. I have not really been able to get to the thrift shop in a couple of weeks, so that's kind of a big bummer for me, because that's a big part of what we do, is we go to the thrift shops, we scout out for the projects that we're going to create. Now, with that said, before we go through the bin, and before I show you the mandala blanket, because I want to start crocheting with you this morning. I want to share this. I'm just going to show you the channel, and then I'm going to move this. I have to share this with you. This channel is so, hi. Well, good morning. Hi, David and Paper. I hope everyone's doing well today. I hope you're having a beautiful Sunday. Yeah, so I found this YouTube channel where, so as you know, I work with all different materials. And hi, Dariana. Hi, how are you this morning? So I work with all different recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. but also work with and love, love, love to work with these. Look, wood. Wood and stones, okay? I love, love to work with these. But wait till I show you this channel. So I'm not going to go into the channel, but I'm going to show you so you can make note of it. And then we're going to talk about the different items on here. But maybe I can show you the channel. Hang on. Hi, Monica. How are you? I hope everyone's having a beautiful morning. You're going to flip when you see this channel, guys. Money. Let's let it get through that wasn't enough? What if there's a deal that gives now, you way more? I haven't shared other YouTube channels, so I'm not sure. I probably can't. I'm going to get rid of the sound, okay? And I'm just going to show you some, because I don't think I can record the sound. But I want to show you what I just flipped out about on this channel. And I've been looking for ideas to create things for specifically with sticks that are small for plants and for gardens. So I'm going to flip this because this is called Home Spot, okay? Let's see here. Okay, look. Now take a good look at this. It's called Home Spot. That's the name of the YouTube channel. Look what he makes. They're showing this dragonfly is wires and wood. You could use twine. You could use whatever. Okay, so let's. I'm going to show you a few things here. I'm going to skip. Look at the little house. Okay, granted, this isn't like, you know, gee, we just invented the wheel. I mean, there's many little houses, little fairy houses. I've made them like this. But the thing of it is, this Home Spot channel is, they just show the most adorable designs of these. Okay, let's skip ahead. This is just a wreath. This is, again, not anything that's novel, but it's just adorable. There were other really cute, this is something that got me. So check this out, if I can stop it. These are little mushrooms, and what they say is they're taking the wood, or the wood, and hollowing it out. You know, a little piece of wood, hollow it out, make a shape of a mushroom, and then just nail it or glue it onto a piece of wood. So I'm going to be doing my own rendition of a lot of these. So I love this channel. The ideas are just, look at this one. This is a little reindeer, all twigs. Oh, thank you. Well, you guys make my day too. Can I just tell you that? Thank you, Paper. Thank you, Elver. Hang on a second. I'm not getting that name. Elverdar, Elverd, like the green. Elverda, Dorosia. Hi, how are you? Hey guys, thanks for being here. Look at these ideas. And yes, if you are a green person, if you love our earth, you're looking for ways, I'm telling you. So thank you so much. Oh, thank you. I want very much to incorporate the idea of using wood and stones and shells. As it is, I want to make a little mobile out of the, you see all the shells I have. Thank you, David. That's very kind. Very kind. You guys make my day too. So now the next, check this out. Wait till you see this. This is definitely I'm making. Now, I gotta get up because I want to get the nails that I use for my little projects. Hold on. Oh man, yeah, it takes me a minute to stand up. Okay. So I have to laugh about these nails because earlier this summer I needed help with nailing down a little rug, and my neighbors and my landlord and everybody was there. They were all laughing at these nails. Look. So look at the size of them. So first of all, they're in a teeny tiny little plastic box. Check this out. You see, you see these nails? No, seriously, they're so small. Look how small they are to my fingernail. You see? They're as big as my fingernail. That's the kind of nail you want to make a project like this. This is a boat. It's, now, and I'm going to flip the camera in a minute because I want to show you the sticks. These are the sticks. We're going to go over the sticks in a minute. Because these projects are I just flipped over this channel. Now this is, in my opinion, oh no, they gave us a, what do you call it? Commercial. Okay, let's get out of there. So this one, check this out. This is a monogram. Now, again, it's not like they're the only ones in the world who came up with the idea to do a monogram. However, just the rustic and just you can make and sell these. If you are an artist, and I love to say this, I love to encourage you, just as me, as artists, seriously, locally, wherever you are, when people get to know that you're doing this. But look at this, This is an M. You see it? It's kind of like what I have on my palm. I have an M. And I have a beauty mark in the middle. Who knows where that came from? I know, wow. See, M. So, the M, okay? So you can do all the letters of the alphabet. And the thing of it is, you can, there's a spray. You get it in the floral section, the craft section of any of your hobby stores. And you spray these. I know, because I used to work with, as an artist, I made crafts with the flowers and sticks and whatnot. And you spray them, and it's like a coating that will protect them. Okay, so I think this is a great idea for make and sell. I honest to God do. So check out this channel, Home Spa. And let's see, was there another one here? The little ladder. Again, it's not like they're inventing it. It's been done, but it's just a really good idea. And this one I wasn't crazy about, but it's an amazing idea. So what they did here is they made these flowers. Well, you can see the pine cones, so that like speaks for itself. These speak for themselves because they're kind of like cut out pieces of wood, you can see. But these little roses, they said were scrap pieces of like bark that they coiled up, rolled up. So I think that's an amazing idea. Amazing. I mean, I don't want to go pick up all the bark in the wood. I want to leave it for the animals, but I'm just saying it's a good idea. Okay, this one I didn't care for, the spider, but people do love spiders, and spiders are definitely a sign of good luck, I believe. And they are cute. I mean, you know what I do love, and I will not touch them in my house, I will put them out in the spring, are the daddy long legs. If I see any of them, I don't touch those spiders. The ones I don't like are the poisonous ones. And I can't promise what my reaction will be if they're in the house. I'm just saying. Now check this out. You're going to love this one, guys. This is, look at the gnomes. These are gnomes. You have a fear of spiders. I I do generally, I do, just except for Daddy Longleg. Only because as a kid, I can remember them just walking on my hand and like them, those spiders, I'll just pick them up and put them out. But there are spiders, oh my God, there was a spider that got in here right at the end of summer. And it was absolutely, seriously, God Almighty, the largest spider I ever saw. And it looked like a bee, and it looked like it had a stinger at the end of it. It was very frightening. And no, it did not last. My reaction, yeah, it had to go. And I didn't gently put it outside, you know. I didn't know what it was going to do to me. So it's, who could get to the shoe first? Anyway, these are wooden gnomes. And I'm most impressed by this because I'm going to be honest. I haven't seen anything like this. Now, I know there's little wooden sculptures of little gnomes, but what they're doing is they're using scrap pieces of wood, just like we would use scrap fabrics. And so I look at this and I think a couple things. I'm thinking for me, I could use a piece of wood for like the body and still use wool or fabric for the or yarn for the beard. Use a bead for the nose, and I just love the hat. I don't know how they're doing the hats. They're sculpting them out of wood somehow, so I would love to figure that out. Anyway, I think that's an amazing idea. I mean, do you see what I'm saying? They painted if any of you, all you need is a little whittle knife. I did some little sculpting when I was like 11 years old. My mom had given me a whittle knife at 11 years old. My God, did I love that. So, and I still have it. I actually still have it. And not that I held on to it, she held on to it for me. So I'll get it out and we'll do some work in that, in this area, because that's why I got the sticks. So this is, what is this one? Oh, simple little heart. This is kind of what I was looking for, was what could I make out of scrap wood and stones to put in little flower pots. And the reason is, I'm going to show you, I'm going to pan. Hold on. You're going to see my birds. You're going to see the art table is crazy right now. But there's my birds. I finally got them back over to the light. And over here, next to the birds, you see the angel and the plants? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I want to dress up my little plants. I want to make them little cozy flower pot cozies. Okay. So anyway, back to the channel here. Okay, bye. Thank you, Paper, for being with me today. You have a beautiful day. Okay, so this is actually, this idea I'm not crazy about either, and they gave us another commercial, hang on. Because it's making a nest, and the only thing I don't like about this, the eggs are not real, and the nest is not real, but what it is all natural, but they painted these eggs. Now, having birds, having these finches, it's amazing how they try to figure things out. So I could see a bird thinking these are real eggs, trying to, chip at them. So I don't know what kind of paint this is. And I think the little nest is a good idea for decor, but I don't know if you need the eggs in there. How are you going to really see those outside? So if you have it in your home, yes, I think it's great. So this is another super adorable idea. Let's see. Right here. Check this out. Now, again, for those of you scrolling, this is called Home Spot. It's a YouTube channel. I'm absolutely wild about it. And It's adorable. These are all pieces of sticks where we're making a frame and just putting a real leaf right smack in the center of it. So, and this is my favorite. Let me turn this music down over here, sorry. Oh, my birds are singing to it, but I'll turn it just a tad. I didn't realize, I forgot we had that on. Okay, so here, this is a hedgehog. They call it a hedgehog. So it's like a little porcupine, right? But it's a couple pieces of wood. They put the little eyes and the nose on. And I believe they glued. I don't know what they did really, how they did this. It looks like they glued these on, but if it's a piece of decor, I guess it's an idea. I might try to figure out how to take bundles of these and attach them that way. I don't know. So I'd like to look farther into that. But let me just flip this back to me. Hi there. And I'm going to move this, I'm going to move my laptop near my birds so they can hear the music. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. And then we're going to go over the everything because I want to show you something. Here's your music, guys. Here. Okay, so I want to show you this, and I want to show you my, hold on a second, don't go away. I want to show you what brought me to that channel, okay? I am so happy to be on here today with you guys. I hope you're having a beautiful day. And if some of you don't know, let me get up again. Boy, I'm really testing things today. Hold on. And if some of you don't know, this book, this is the book I wrote. I'm reviving Earth with historical cultural arts. So it's just encouraging you and inspiring you and talking to you about creating with scrap fabrics. And I start off showing you the sweater, Boro inspired sweater my mom had made over 25 years ago. So that's what I'm all about. The reason I'm not promoting it like a salesman, okay? I'm just promoting it because I wrote it to explain where I'm coming from. And I talk about the earth and the statistics that we were able to get at the time I wrote it from NOAA, which is now in, I don't even know what's going on with NOAA. We need them so desperately. But anyway, so that's my book. It's on Amazon. I'm trying to get it into Kindle so we can get the price way down and you can get it easily. So a friend of mine, someone told me, oh no, my other book is in Kindle. So anyway, that's on Amazon. So you want to see my other books, just put my name, Carmella. I do have my name, DeSopo, on some of my books. But it's Carmella. Just put Carmella-C or CYR. And it'll come up. It'll come up. Check this out. I made this a long time ago. Look. This is why I went to HomeSpot. It's just a design of wood. This is just wood. So I didn't get this off of HomeSpot. I didn't get this anywhere. I just made this myself. This is how adorable, just little pieces of wood you glue or you put your little twine on and you can make. So I got into it by this way. Let me just show you something. So these are little bowls. As you know, I make my little needle felted bowls. We do so many projects on this channel. I can't even believe it myself. But let me get one more thing here. I guess I'm glad everything is right around me because I keep wanting to show you different things to explain. So this bear that I needle felted, and I made a while ago, I took little pieces of wood and I needle felted them into my bear. And I just wanted to do it for uh, artistic aesthetics. I wanted the upper part of the bear to look, bigger, right? And I wanted to show you that for those of you who need needle felt, because I have many different artists out there, for those of you who needle felt, that you can take wood, you can take stone, you can take shells, you can take these other fabrics and you can needle felt them on top of, in and around. You can't go through the piece. You take a piece of a webbed wool and you needle felt around the piece and into your whatever it is you're making. I love this one. Okay, this bear. So that is how I started looking more and more into what can we do with little pieces of wood to create designs for flower pots, little gardens, because many of us now are in apartments and we have small spaces. Okay, so that we are going to get, I know you're saying, Carmella, get to the chakra. Oh my God, already. So I'm getting there, but I wanted to show that to you. Now, let me just hold this piece up because I want to show you something. Let me get the mandala crochet piece. Hold on. And then we'll see what we can find for our wreath. So you're going to love this. I made this long ago. Like a half a dozen years ago. Okay. I think it's a half a dozen, this one. So I bring this with me wherever I go. So it's very big. It's very old now. But this is my mandala crochet blanket. Okay. And I made it with the idea to be able to wrap around me, and it does. It absolutely does. And but you can see this, all the different sizes, and I made some flowers. And I'm pretty sure I made this on this channel with you. Now the name of the channel changed, several years ago, whatever. So they don't seem to count the channel that was there before, which was Check It Out with Carmella-T. So I shortened the name to Echo Art with Carmella. Okay, but the reason I was thinking of getting a rabbit, a giant Angora, is I was thinking I want to spin the fur, because you can spin it and make yarn. And a piece like this, made with something like that, is just phenomenal to wrap around you and keep you warm. It would keep you warm. And we are getting some cold days. Let me tell you what. Today it's 17 degrees, but it's been like in the negatives here. But isn't this just beautiful and lovely? So that's my idea is, let me put this here. That's my idea, is to make some more of these and with you. So we're going to do that. And actually, let me go and thank you for your tolerance. So let me just show you something else right now. You see this? I'm holding this up. This is a piece of driftwood. Look how beautiful that is. So you can make mandalas. You can crochet mandalas and hang them from this, like with shells. We're going to do that. We're going to do it because this is so lovely. I just love this. It's just like a piece of, art. So let me get the yarn, because we're going to go right into that after we pick out our fabrics for our wreath, our rag wreath. And for those of you hold on, I'm going to show you the rag wreaths if you missed any of them. Okay, because I've been making them while I've been sitting because I've had to sit to recuperate my back from just being old. Seriously, I'm not even kidding you right now. So look, because that's all it is, it's age. It's age and paying attention to. So look, I'm just going to stay standing because these are so adorable. I'm not sure, so you probably saw these, but I've been sitting, and while I'm sitting, I've been just cutting strips of fabrics. This is my favorite. Seriously? I mean, come on now. You see? It's like a vintage, kind of like a, it's definitely a vintage vibe. That's what this is. It's a heart vintage vibe rag wreath. It's just gorgeous. Okay? So that's one. I'm just going to put those over there. These were the first couple we made. And these are all made with scrap wires. I'm not going out, and the hearts too. I'm not going out. And I keep emphasizing this because I don't know why it bothers me so much. But I think because they're expensive. The wreath hoops, whether it's foam or the wire, like the double looped, we can make the double looped out of scrap wire. Okay, so then we made these. These are adorable too. Okay, we made those. Those are scrap. Now this one, if you can see it, I'm not just WIP. I showed it yesterday or the other day. It's an Easter egg. Isn't that gorgeous? This is all scrap fabric and it's scrap tulle. I have a friend of mine out there, my little fashionista friend. She knows. She's a New York City slicker and she's here in Vermont. She's staying here, living here in Vermont, but she knows what I mean. This is recycled, beautiful, beautiful tulle. I mean, seriously. Okay. So then I made this. This is what I did all week because I couldn't do anything strenuous. And I'm not one to just sit. Look how tiny, these I did before, but look how tiny those are. Are they just too darn cute? And this one, you know, we did this one. Okay, so that's just giving you an idea, okay? It's giving you an idea. Now let me, what was I going to, of course I was right in the middle. Oh, the yarn. Let's get the yarn. And then we'll go through, well, let's see if I have some fabric. I'll be right back. Let me get the yarn and some fabric. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. The bin that I have with me right here doesn't have the fabrics in it so much that I need. So I want to show you something. Hang on a second. All right. For those of you who are new to crocheting, okay, there's different methods of crocheting. There's different things that you can crochet. Okay, let me stand up here a second. You see this? Again, I made this on our YouTube channel here. You see it? It's a Chakra scarf. A lot of you totally love this. It has the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue. And we go to the crown chakra. Okay, this is gorgeous. You know what this is? Well, this is a ribbon, crocheted. It's ribbon. These are crocheted from lacy crochet thread, the type of thread that we use to stitch with our Boro sashiko. Now, I went back and forth because you could make a spring blanket like this with very large mandalas. This gets, I'm telling you, it takes you time as opposed to working with an acrylic yarn that's just a little thicker. You can fly through something like that with this. But this takes time, but it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And you would have a beautiful, beautiful blanket. Now the thing is, you might want to place something like this onto a base. So that's something I'm considering too. So, but with that, let me get some crochet. Get the crochet needles over here. Now, of course, if you have your hooks out, I'll bring you along with me on this. But let me show you some of the fabrics that we're going to use. Now, there's a couple different ways you can we can make our I know I'm going back and forth on two different projects, but that's because we're getting ready to do a couple different projects, and they're both meditation projects, and they're both beautiful projects. And I'm going to be honest, I am going back and forth on if I have enough. I probably don't have enough crochet thread to do chakra colors. Now this is, as it is just acrylic, which is why I want to get a giant Angora. It could be multicolor rabbit, and then I could spin that wool. I could spin it. Anyway, you get a lot from one rabbit. But this is small, and this might be the size we go with. And a heart is just a lovely, lovely symbol to create. So we could just do another heart and make a chakra. So if we do that, fabric, it's small like this, fabrics like this would be fine. This is about, so if you're getting your fabrics out and you're going to come along with me later, because right now I'm going to show you how to do your circle. But this is about 8 inches, doesn't have to be that long, about 6. 6 is good. And 6 is a good 6 by like 1.5. Okay? So red, that's actually our first chakra color right there, red. Now, if you don't have something, and I just happen to, I have so much fabric and I don't think I can go through it all right in here. Oh, but look at this. This has got orange in it. So what you want is something predominantly orange. So you want red, you want orange. This has orange in it. I don't know if you can see, but it does. You see the orange? So this would be actually lovely because the next color is yellow, and this has orange and yellow. So we could use the orange. I'm probably going to go through this again, but look, this has beautiful yellow. Okay, so I could definitely get some of those yellows in, and it actually has green. The chakra color of this wreath, it's not like these are going to lay out. They're going to be showing little like this, right? They're going to show you the images of the colors. So we're going to have the red, we're going to have the orange, we're going to have the yellow, and we want green. So this is a lovely, oh, this is gorgeous right here. This is like all right in front of me. I'm not even working to do anything. Look, green, that's our next color. I even got this for green. I could use this instead. Okay, that's beautiful too. You're saying, well, Carmella, why are you using different fabrics? Well, you can. You can use the blended, you can use cotton, because it's not something that's going to be going on you and off you and in the washing machine. It's a wreath, it's decor. It's going to go on the wall. If it goes outside and it gets wet, both those type of fabrics will be totally fine. Okay, so we got the green. Now we need blue. So I got some different blues in front of me. I got this one. This is gorgeous. Is that just not gorgeous? That's the vintage, all the teeny tiny little flowers. That would be blue. If I want a more pronounced blue, which I kind of do, I got this. It's because we want some indigo there. So this would be lovely. Blue. So if you have like a navy blue or you have floral print blue, that's fine. You're just getting the colors. So the next is our crown chakra, which is, I forgot our throat chakra. We skipped up to the third eye, which is indigo, but your throat chakra is light blue. And guess what? I've got that right in front of me. Anyway, it's right here. I just happened to pick it up. It reminded me of so this is a very light, beautiful, beautiful blue. This is beautiful, silky blue. So we can use that. And then for the crown, excuse me, chakra, excuse me, we can use something like this. It has kind of gold. This is thrift shop. This is nothing I went to buy, but it was costume thrifted fabric. So that's perfect. So these are our chakra colors that we can use. And I might divert. So look, we've got yellow. Oh, we did have yellow, but this is another yellow. This is more yellow. And it has dragonflies. So this might be a nice yellow to cut strips also. Or we can use both types of yellows. So with that, what I'm going to do is divert now over to our beautiful mandalas. So first of all, for me, this blanket that's behind me, the mandala blanket I just showed you a few minutes ago, it has different textured yarns. None of them are organic. So none of, like if it's washed, none of them are going to shrink or pull a little bit more than the other. They're all acrylics. That's the thing about acrylic is you can wash it. You can wash and dry. Granted, a blanket like this, I've never and will not put that in a regular washing machine. That will go in a very delicate cycle, or rinse it out or hang it up outside, spray it, kind of let it air dry, that type of deal. So you want to be careful with it. So, but the different weights of the yarns, I totally am going for, because it just adds to the aesthetic. Excuse me. So I feel like the first mandala I'm going to make like red, these can all be flowers. And so I'm going to use a J hook. You can use J or K. And this is very medium weight. This is almost medium light. This is almost a medium light. It's not much to this. But this is the beginning of our mandala blanket chakra project. And then yes, I'll jump on later and we'll do our chakra wreath, because that's not going to take nearly as long as this. This is going to be over weeks that we're going to be. And the reason is it takes time to make these crocheted circles, okay? So the first thing you want to do, and I don't mind repeating this, like as people come through, they'll be like, well, gee, I never made one of those before. Well, I'm going to walk you right through it. It's super easy. But the first thing you want to do, I'm just going to pull this so I can sit back. The first thing you're going to do is chain. If you know how to chain, and you know how to do a single crochet, then you can do this mandala. You can do it in single crochet. It will take you a while. It will look absolutely gorgeous. Some of these will be single crochet. Maybe we'll make this one single crochet, and it just won't be as big, because a lot of these mandalas you want to make small so they can be your connecting mandalas. Okay, so you're going to want large and small, all sizes. So first I'm going to make a chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see I made 5, and I'm simply connecting them from the last to the first with a slip knot. Just connect it, that's all. So you connect it and you get like a little circle there. Okay, so if I do a single crochet for my first one, I'm going in the first, I'm going to do a chain after. That's how I'm going to do it, because single crochets, from my experience, pull quicker. In other words, they tighten your circle quicker, or tighten your row quicker. So I'm going to do chain 1 and then single crochet in the next space. Chain 1, single crochet in the next space. Chain 1, single crochet in the next space. Chain 1. Now look how adorable this is already. It looks like the center of a little flower. Wait till you see. It's just too darn cute. Let me show you. Is that adorable? Do you see it? See how cute? That's just so darn cute. And you're sitting. So this is, I just say it's the most perfect. All of these projects are, like, all of these small projects are the most perfect thing to do, because you can sit and relax, okay? You're not stressing. So now I'm connecting this, excuse me, I'm connecting this circle with a slip knot. That's all I did. And now I'm going to make a chain again. I'm making a chain, and I'm going in my next space. I'm doing a single crochet, chain, next space, single crochet, chain. That's how I'm going to do this whole thing. And when it gets, so it will probably, because we're doing a chain between each space, it's probably not going to pull. If it starts to curl up and like tighten up, you're going, then we add an extra chain, or we add an extra stitch. But you can do this whole thing in a single crochet, chain in the next space, and that's how we're going to make this mandala. Now you can switch off and use different colors to make your mandala really super pretty. And so for this one, we could use, our next color is orange. So let's switch off and use orange. Okay, so I'm going to chain. First, I want to chain. And what I want to do is I want to switch to my next color with going into a stitch. So I'm going to leave enough of a tail. Okay, and now I gotta tell you something. I love making the mandalas. I love, 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 love them. I mean, you can fancy them up, you can dress them up, you can bead these as you're going along if you want. I mean, it's up to you how to make. It's a blanket, but I'm just saying you can make a wall piece. I say it's a blanket. This could end up being a wall piece. Seriously. because that's the beauty of your of your creativity, is you can kind of do, just see what's like, you can change it if you want to. Anyway, so what we're going to do here to change our color, you're just going to put the yarn over your hook, just like you would if you were, crocheting. And I'm going to do the same with my orange, and we're going to go into the next space and just pull them up and connect them. And then we're going to do our chain, and we're going to do in the next space a single crochet again. Now you see how those are, now here we can tie these two tails right together. Let me just do a few more stitches before I do that. And then we continue with how we're doing our mandala. We do a chain, and then we do a single crochet, and then we do a chain, and we do our single crochet. And but look how pretty this is, guys. Seriously. I mean, look. It's just coming out. We could simply make just a mandala with all of just a large mandala for our project. You can't see this. Let me just put this down. This table that I have right here is round. It's round. I might just make a mat to just cover it, and with all the chakra colors. The problem is I only have red, orange, and yellow. Now I could cut strips of fabrics and crochet those too and do it that way too. But we'll see. I'll have to get yarns, the green and the blue and the light blue. Oh, I do have blue. And I do have a teal. I might be able to do this, but I don't think I have enough. We'll see. Those are the wool yarns I got in the thrift shop. I've shown them to you before. They're 100% wool. So look how adorable this, seriously, I can't even. So this is just too darn cute. I'm just saying, look how cute. We have to crochet some plant cozies. Now, you could do the plant cozies, you can start them the same way and just make a very large, the diameter you want, and then bring them up and just put stitches in through it, like bring it up like a bowl. That's what I'm saying. And for your little plant cozies, okay, you can do that, or you can make a panel and then you can sew that together. So we're making a circle or a mandala. And so for those of you who are not familiar with the chakra, I use the chakra meditation to help me pray and help me meditate and reflect. So the red, for those of you who are not familiar, the red, and we're making a chakra colored mandala here, is the red is symbolic of safety and protection, and that you have a right to be safe. So the affirmation may be, I have a right to be safe. I am safe. So you can start your meditation reflection like that. Whoops, which way was I going? I want to make sure I get that right. Yes. So in the orange that we're working on right now is stands for inspiration, creativity, motivation, innovation. I am inspired, I am inspired by, and I want to be inspired. I look to be inspired. I am motivated. So that is your orange chakra meditation. Affirmations possibly. And there's even more, okay? So the next color for chakra is yellow. So the yellow means empowerment, enlightenment. You know, maybe you need to work on confidence, okay? That's your solar plexus area. That's a yellow. And so the yellow, you could say, I am confident. I am empowered. Um, I am enlightened. I am. I am enlightened by the beauty in this world. I am confident as I take each step towards doing what I love to do and sharing it with others. Okay? So this is the orange. That's the yellow, I mean. And the next color is green. Whoops, I put two chains there. So green is your compassionate area. That's your heart area. So in chakra, your meditation may be, I forgive others, because forgiveness, gratitude, compassion, all of these fall into this heart area, okay? And many other things. Maybe I am healing a broken heart. I am healing a broken heart. I am forgiving. I forgive others. You know, like that. So, look how adorable this is. We could also do, I was thinking, we could also do chakra granny squares. So we use all the chakra colors, but we're doing them, you know, in granny squares. So that's another project we could do. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple more rounds of the orange. And this is all in single crochet. So the single crochet, we're doing a single crochet and then a chain. We're going in the next space, single crochet and then a chain. Single crochet and then a chain. And that's how we're doing it. And it's super simple for those of you who are looking for a wonderful little project and you're beginning or you're not beginning, whatever. This is a beautiful project. You start it by chaining 5, do a little slip knot and connect that chain, and then that's the beginning of your circle, and then chain 1, and then do in the very next space your single crochet or whatever stitch you're using, and then you continue like I'm doing. Chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. And you just go around like that. And that's your circle. Is that just lovely? So the next color is a yellow. It's a totally different texture. And I guess I didn't plan on, I really didn't plan on doing the chakra. What I was going to do was just one circle of red and then one of orange and this, that. But I think I'm having fun doing this. I mean, yes, I think I want to do it this way. But this is what you're going to run into and what I'm going to run into. And this may end up hodgepodge because I may not have enough to go all the way around because this diameter is going to increase as we go. So the diameter of this table, which I believe I want this to be fit right here. So, because it could be a blanket being the diameter of this table, it's about 35. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 and then I'm going to cut for the tail here. And then, so we'll connect one more color, okay, for this session. For our session. Now this yarn is thicker. This is much thicker. It's probably 2 times thicker than this lightweight Red Heart acrylic yarn we were using. This is acrylic but it's definitely thicker and it's a different texture. So what I'm doing is I'm just wrapping the yarn of my last yarn I'm using here around my crochet hook, and then I'm wrapping or going to um, bring, let me do it this way, go in this space and bring my yarn through, my new yarn, that's my new yarn, okay? And then I'm just going to pull it through, and I'm going to make a chain, because all I did is a stitch, my single crochet stitch, but I just added the yarn onto my hook. So now you're going to see a big change here. Watch this. Okay, there's the stitch. I did my stitch, chain one, single crochet, chain one. Next space, single crochet, chain one. Watch how adorable this is. Watch, watch. And this is the reason. It's because of the texture. Look. You see the little knotty, that's not a knot, it's just single crochet, but it appears that way because when you go from a thin yarn to a thicker, it's always going to impress upon. It's going to create that illusion of texture or texture. So it's just lovely. So chain one, in the next space, single crochet. Chain one. Now, this is not a vibrant yellow. I would have loved it to be a little brighter yellow, but it is a yellow. But it kind of falls into the category of almost like an orange yellow. So this is all I'm doing, is I'm going around, chain one, single crochet. Chain one. I can't tell you how happy I am to be sitting at this table and being able to create with you today. I feel absolutely blessed. I really do. And so yeah, okay, so our yellow, maybe we should talk a little bit about the yellow chakra, meaning is enlightenment, empowerment, confidence. You know, today, and I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again, and you're going to hear me say it again and again, until our world gets a little loving. People will inadvertently put you down. Okay, they will. I'm telling you, they will. Do not take it personally. They have the issue. They have the issue. You have to remember this. When you start to meditate and reflect, you start to see these things. You see right through the person who's ever emanating negativity towards you. You see right through them. And you not only are very forgiving of it, but you want to carry them on a prayer. I'm not kidding you. This is where love and understanding comes in. Yellow is your solar plexus. That's your enlightenment. That's your empowerment. That's your area of confidence. Let no one shake it, ever. Ever. You are worth so much more. You are special. You are beautiful. You are perfect. You are. So we go through the next stitch here, single crochet, chain. So the yellow stands for empowerment and confidence, and you have to remind yourself, you have the right to pursue your dream. You have the right to pursue your passion. Many artists, they're very passionate. I'm not saying people aren't passionate about what they're doing, but a lot of people, they'll do what they do and they like it. They like what they're doing. They love their job. They say, I love my job. I like it. But sometimes with artistic endeavors and projects, people really take it to heart, to the point where they're like, I'm not going to share my work because guess what? I don't want anyone to know. I don't want anyone to be criticizing my work. And that's kind of where they're coming from. But I say to you this, allow people that. People allow people that, because it doesn't matter how perfect your work is or what you're doing. People are going to have an opinion no matter what. And that's the way it is. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Someone could stand there and say, oh my God, it's leaning. Oh, it's so awesome. And somebody else right next to them will stand there and say, what the heck is that leaning for? Can't they fix it? Just saying. It's all in perspective, okay? So you got to give people that. And I just say to you, though, if someone is being really negative around you, just don't be around them a lot. You know what I mean? If at all. Because you don't deserve that. Anyway, with that. So that is our yellow. Be positive. Give yourself those positive affirmations. Say, I am confident. The next step I'm taking in my art world, or the next step I'm taking in my world, is a step I believe I will take with discernment. I will take it with prayer and reflection, and I'll drop the attitudes. I'm going to drop my attitude for today because people don't deserve it. Okay? I'm going to turn my attitude into joy and humor. Okay. And like that. So, anyway, I just thank you for being with me today. If you are new to the channel, we create with all recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. And it's our way to give the earth a little hug. So look how beautiful our beautiful meditation mandala is coming out. And you see the thicker yarn just adds to the beauty and aesthetics of it. So now I do not have, oh, I might have teal yarn. Yes, I might have teal. So what we'll do is we'll jump on here with the neck, with continuing the next part of our beautiful mandala, and with teal, and teal yarn, and then we'll go to our light blue, and we're going to do like that. So, and then indigo blue. So if you're coming along with me, these are your chakra colors again. The red, orange, yellow. Okay, red, orange, yellow is your solar plexus. Your heart area is green, or the closest to green that you can get. Your throat area is in chakra. What that is when you speak, you're in alignment with your spirit. So in other words, you're not speaking falsehoods. You're in alignment. So if you're not, and you're doing so in a kind, loving way. If there's something that concerns you, you're voicing it if you need to express it. You're giving great thought if you need to say something or not say something. And this is the, oh, I have this in front of me. Light blue, look. That's your throat chakra, light blue. So I do have some of this, so we can hopefully use that. So that's your throat chakra. And then here, your third eye is a dark blue or navy blue, indigo. And these are where we have our visual, our visions, our dreams. You pay attention to your psyche and picking up energy, negative, positive, warnings, all of it. Mine's constant. I'm telling you, it's almost constant. I just almost always, I pay attention to it, but it can be exhausting. I need to take a reprieve too. So you have to be careful with. And then your crown chakra It can be this, look. It can be like a pink, it can be violet, it can be like a gold, it can be a silver, whatever you choose, like that. And the violet area is very pretty. So, anyway, this is the beginning of our mandala project. And with that, I hope that this inspires you. Get your crochet hooks out. It doesn't matter if whatever size hook you want to use, whether it's an HI or it's JK, whatever is conducive to the yarn that you are using. So anyway, with that, I realize now I've been on here an hour. I'm just so happy I could get on here with you today. And I thank you, thank you, thank you for being with me. Get your chakra color yarns out, get your hooks out, and come along with me. And with that, you have an absolutely beautiful day. Love and light.